Hello out there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are hearing me from. How are you all? I hope everybody is good. Today should be my second live video I think I'm doing this year. The first one I did about why pastors misbehave and why ministers' homes break. Today I'm going to be addressing another very important topic. And if you are live, if you are watching me, just say hello. Tell me where you are watching from and stuff like that. Well, typically, like myself, you know me, I don't spend too much time when I do live on, banters and small talks, because I can normally say when people come to listen to things like this, they don't want their time to be wasted. At least that's where I am. If I come for your life, I don't want too much enjoy. Go to whatever you want to talk about, and then let us talk about it. You get it? So I often don't spend a long time on too much pleasantries. So I'm sorry. Again, I'm going to go straight to what I want to talk about. For those that do not know me or are seeing me for the first time, my name is Adetutu Oshofuwura, popularly known as Coach Tuski. I am a trained and certified relationship coach and marriage counselor. Been doing this for almost about 3 decades now. I'm also a minister of God. So today I want to talk about a very sensitive topic which I once addressed about 6 years ago. Somehow the video got lost on Facebook and IG. So I said, let me do it again. I want to talk about sex toys in Christian relationships and marriages. Are you getting me? This is a topic that has been really misunderstood, misrepresented, particularly amongst we Christians. You know, there's a lot of things that Christians talk about without information. We just say it without enough understanding about it. So for example, I've had so many Christians, so many pastors says that no, sex toys is wrong, sex toys is sin, it's an instrument of the devil, created by the devil to be used by unbelievers to destroy. It destroys life, it destroys your marital life, and you know, so many things like that. And then we condemn it for Christians and among Christians, and that's just it. But I've come to discover over the years that, like a lot of things that we Christian talks about, we don't have enough information about them. If they were to ask some of us now that, what is sex toy? Or give us examples of sex toys. Some of us cannot even define sex toys. We don't have any understanding about it. We don't know the examples of it. We don't know nothing about it beyond the fact that my pastor said it's a sin, so don't do it. In Christianity, it's a sin, don't do it. That is how we approach it. And this thing keeps affecting Christian marriages and Christian sexual lives. Is why a lot of our sex life are miserable. Christians has the most terrible sex life in the world. Is Christians. Do you get it? And it's because we really close our mind a lot, you know, to information. We are so streamlined. We just go one way and we don't bother to even investigate. A lot of us don't even read. Do you understand? So as usual, what I want to do is that I want to provide balanced information for you on sex toys. Everybody knows me that I'm a very balanced person, and I'll tell you the truth, even if you will not like me for it. Do you get it? So what I want to do is to provide a balanced information about sex toys. Give you the information, you understand, about it, so that you have a very, rich, well-rounded, holistic idea about what sex toys are. Are they wrong in Christian relationship? If they are wrong, why? Are they right? If they are right, when should they be used? How should they be used? Do you get it? Now, I hope all of you also remember that quite a number of times, many times in the past, that was how we Christians too spoke against oral sex. It is from hell. It is the devil that created it. Christian couples must never do oral sex. It is the mouth that you use to praise God, the mouth you use to worship God, the mouth that you use to pray. Is that the same mouth you will put penis in, or you put on your wife's vulva, as if the penis and the vulva, God created the remaining part of the body. Then The devil now created penis and vagina and slapped it on God's creation. So those areas of our body, it is bad. They must not come near the mouth. For many years, a lot of pastors have preached against oral sex. It causes mouth cancer, blah, blah, blah. And all these things are just ignorant. There's nothing wrong in oral sex. It's a preferential sexual style. Do you get it? We are getting better again in that area. We spoke against sex styles. Don't come from top. You understand? You are dominating the man if a woman comes up. This is the same thing with the issue of sex toys. Do you understand? So I'm just giving you that as foundation. Now, let us come back to the basic. Let me start like this. A lot of us out there know that my husband is a medical doctor. So for example, if you go to my husband and then you say, sir, can I use chloramphenicol to treat my ulcer? I have ulcer. It pains me a lot. So I want to go and buy chloramphenicol. Is it okay to use chloramphenicol to treat my ulcer? My husband will answer you, no. You don't need to use chloramphenicol to treat ulcer. Now, because my husband said chloramphenicol is wrong for ulcer or should not be used to treat ulcer, does not mean that chloramphenicol by itself or in itself is a wrong or bad drug. It is just not needed for ulcer. If you have the infection or the ailment that chloramphenicol is the solution for, if you have typhoid, for example, and you ask again, can I use chloramphenicol for typhoid? The answer will be a resounding yes. That is the way it is with sex toys and Christianity and the way people talk about it. So for example, when somebody asks this kind of a question, if couples are apart in different parts of the world, can they use sex toys to pleasure each other, to pleasure themselves since their partner is not around? If we now say no, we must explain to them why sex toys is not the solution to that kind of a challenge. Because we say no, you don't need to use sex toys in that situation does not mean that sex toys is wrong or bad for Christian couples. That particular situation is just not the situation by which sex toys is needed. And we don't need to create all kind of explanation around it. We need to come to the basics and understand what is going on. So when we ask such questions, can couples who are apart pleasure each other with sex toys while the other person is not around so that they don't have to go out? Is that right? It is not right. It's not necessary. It shouldn't be done. But that doesn't mean sex toys is wrong. So what I'm going to do is that I will first go back to the basics and show you the mind of God about sex. Because remember, we are talking about Christian relationship. So I'm going to be going very scripturally with you. Do you get it? Now, I'm reading 1 Corinthians chapter 7. I'm going to be reading from verse 3. Let's even start from verse 2. I've read it before, but now we're going to really talk about sex. Look at what the Bible says. Certainly, they asked the question. The question was in verse 1. Now, getting down to the question you asked in your letters to me. First, is it a good thing to have sexual relations? Paul answered, certainly, but only within a context. It is good for a man to have a wife and for a woman to have a husband. Sexual drives are strong, but marriage is strong enough to contain them and provide a balanced and fulfilling sexual life in a world of sexual disorder. The first thing we must get from that thing is that it is good to have sex drive and it is good to have sex. But God is telling us the only people that should have sex or satisfy sexual desires and drives should be the married. It should be the married. And it should be within the context of marriage. Meaning one thing. That is why sex toys is wrong for singles. Yes. That is why sex toys is wrong for singles. Because a single that uses sex toys is fulfilling or satisfying sexual desires as a single, is fornicating with him or herself. That's what masturbation is basically. It is self and personal fornication. Because sexual desires and sexual drives, the Bible says God designed it to be satisfied only within the context of marriage. That is why sex toys is not for singles. If they use it, they are wrong. Do you see? Let's move on. It now continues. The marriage bed must be a place of mutuality. The husband seeking to satisfy his wife and the wife seeking to satisfy her husband. Period. Meaning one thing. Even in marriage, when it comes to sex, if sex is going to occur, it must be the two of them that are doing it to each other. The husband should be there to satisfy his wife. The wife should be there to satisfy her husband. Do you get it? So, using sex toys on yourself personally because your spouse is not around, it is still wrong. That is why it is wrong. Because fulfilling sexual desires, sexual drive, God designed it for the two of you to be together and do it to each other. So your sexual desires and needs as a woman, as a wife, should be fulfilled and satisfied by your husband, not by yourself. And the sexual desires and drives of your husband should be fulfilled and satisfied by you as a wife, not him to himself. That is why telling people that if we are apart, telling couples that if we are apart, should I use sex toys to satisfy myself because my husband is not around or my wife is not around? That is why the answer is no. It is no. It is wrong because that is not the pattern and that the originator or the creator of marriage and sex said it should be done. That is why it is wrong. Not that sex toys in itself is wrong every time for Christian marriages. So we need to understand sex toys are not totally wrong in Christian marriages. There are situations and circumstances where sex toys is needed. And I will tell you about them. Like I normally say, I humbly say it again. Part of the challenges that our pastors have is that our pastors are spiritual oversights. Do you get it? When it comes to marriage, they are not professionals. So there are certain things that our pastor says, it is from the limited knowledge that they have on marital issues. Do you get it? That is from the standpoint with which they talk from. That is why some of the things, not all the time, some of the things that they say is not holistic. It doesn't cover all aspects of that particular topic because they are not totally enlightened about all aspects of that topic. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Good. So that is why it's wrong in that situation, not that sex toys in itself is wrong. And if you quickly want to ask me, okay, fine. So what should people that are now separated, husband and wife, that are now separated, what should they now do when they cannot hold body again? Excuse me. Is it the fault of God or the rest of us that you are breaking the law of God? Christians will be breaking the law of the producer of marriage. They will now be wondering why their marriage is not working. Then they will be using bad damage control. They will be using and creating alternative methods to solve the problem they created themselves. Under normal circumstances, scripturally, husbands and wives are not supposed to be separate for long. Because they're not supposed to deny each other for long. It is your decision, and a very stupid and irresponsible decision for that matter, to sacrifice your marriage over green pastures and hustling. And then you left each other for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. You are not saying, I cannot hold body, I cannot hold body. You are not giving alternative, you are not picking alternative and sinful measures to satisfy yourself. If you are married, you are supposed to do the right thing. The right thing is that you are not supposed to be away from each other for long. That's what the Bible says. So if you and your wife or you and your husband, for whatever reason, one of you wants to now travel, before that person goes, the two of you must have sat down and you must have talked and tell each other how long you can wait without each other, how long you can stretch your sexual needs and wait. And the two of you must agree that I cannot wait more than 1 year or 1.5 years. I cannot wait. Can you wait 1.5 years? Yes. Good. I can hold body for 1.5 years. Therefore, your agreement should be that whatever is happening, wherever the two of us are, in that 1.5 years, whether the other person's visa is complete or not, whether the course is complete or not, whatever, at that particular time, one of us must come to the other. You come back home. You must always place premium on your marriage. Yes. Your scale of preference must be very, very clear. And that's why I tell all of you, marry your kind. Somebody who shares your values and your ideologies of life. It is the absence of a lot of these factors that gives room for certain problems that we have, that we are now using alternative, useless damage control methods to meet up with. They're not supposed to leave each other for long before. Husbands and wives are supposed to be together. And if you will leave each other, not for too long. So stop breaking the law of God over your marriage, and then you are now using all kinds of methods to do it. Are you following me? That's what you're supposed to do about that area. Good. Let's now talk about these sex toys. Number one, what are sex toys? Sex toys, they are just a wide range of devices designed for stimulation, pleasure, and enhancing sexual intimacy and sexual pleasures. That is what sex toys are. They are just a wide range of devices designed to enhance sexual intimacy and sexual pleasure. So, sex toys, they are like makeup. What is makeup? Makeup is just what we use to enhance our beauty. Under normal circumstances, makeup is not supposed to change the way you look totally and turn you into Baby Kingsway or Dolly. Or people should be able to recognize this when you do makeup. Because makeup is not supposed to make you beautiful. Makeup is supposed to enhance your beauty. Bring it out. You understand? That's what makeup is. Like, look at me now. I made up. But you know it is Tuesday. A lot of you have seen some of my pictures for my birthday. I look, brighter, shinier, but you know it is me. You understand? Sex toys is like makeup. They are designed devices to just enhance and help sexual pleasures between husbands and wife. Because we are Christians, it's supposed to be between husband and wife. And we have different types of it. For example, we have things like dildos, we have vibrators, we have, some of them are anal toys, you understand? Couples devices, penile sleeves, penis sleeves. We have different types of sex toys. You understand? Not all of them are advisable. For example, we have anal toys, which are often used by people that are either that are homosexuals, and some couples too who are married use it. They want to use the anus for sex. I advise against that because it is unhealthy. It affects your health. It can really stop a lot of issues and stuff like that. I'm not going into that now. If you want me to talk about anal sex, I'll talk about it later. I'm talking about sex toys. But I'm just letting you to know that there are different kinds of sex toys. And they are for different things. They are often made from silicone, glass, or metal. That's the material that is often used to make sex toys. Silicone, glass, or metal. Under normal circumstances, sex toys are supposed to be kept sterile, clean. You get it? One of the reasons why people speak against sex toys, it's also one of the reasons why they speak against oral sex. They tell you, sex toys, it can easily pass diseases. It can be used to infect people. You understand? And stuff like that. And I normally say that that is not why sex toys is wrong. It is not the fault of sex toys that you are dirty. Because even if you are not using sex toys, if you are a dirty, unhygienic person, through sex, you will pass all sorts of infections along. Yes, they're supposed to be clean and hygienic when it comes to sexual issues. So, because you can transfer infection or transfer STD through the use of sex toys, that is not why sex toys is wrong. Because without sex toys, not tele, through normal frank sex, you can transfer infection and STD. Do we say that sex is wrong because of that? No. Oh, dọ̀tí ni now. Ẹ ṣé jàre, Sister Ṣọpẹ́. Why no dọ̀tí? Oh, dọ̀tí. Do you get it? You are dirty. So that is not why. We have different types and they are for different reasons. So let me give you, for example, one major reason where sex toys is very important for certain couples, which our pastors don't know. They don't talk about it because they don't know it. If you are married, for example, to a woman who is totally circumcised, you need sex toys to pleasure her. I will explain to you. Follow me. I have once talked about circumcision. What is female circumcision? Female circumcision is when you remove the genitals, the genital area of a woman. It has different types of it. We have partial circumcision, we have full circumcision. If it is partial circumcision, most of the time they will just cut the head of the clitoris or remove the labia majora and leave it. Such women, for example, they don't need sex toys because part of the clitoris is still there. You understand? So if you teach the husband how to do it properly, he will give them pleasure. But we have some women that they are totally circumcised. They scraped them. They don't have any clitoris again. There's no labia majora minora. Therefore, it is like castrating a man. That's the way they circumcise such women. The organ that is supposed to give them pleasure has been removed. For women like that, there is only one way by which that man the husband can give her pleasure. That is to access a G-spot, which is inside the vagina. Now, the G-spot is not a totally different organ on its own. No. The G-spot is the continuation of the nerves of the clitoris. Remember, the clitoris is the strongest sexual organ of a woman. The clitoris is the female penis, actually. That is what gives us our orgasm and makes us to enjoy sex. Now, it is because it is highly nerved. That is why it's like that, just like the penis. But the nerves of the clitoris did not stop on the clitoris. They continued into the vagina and they pulled at a particular spot inside the vagina. That spot where they pulled is known as G-spot. So when a woman is totally circumcised, and that's kind of a woman that you married, the only way to give her sexual pleasure is to be able to reach her G-spot inside the vagina. Sometimes we advise their husband to use the finger inside. But Ika Odogba, is it every man that has long finger? You understand? So, how will he reach it? Such a husband should go and buy a G-spot stimulator. There is a sex toy that was designed like that for such a purpose. It's a G-spot stimulator and sometimes it includes vibrator inside of it too. Because when a woman is circumcised, she will not enjoy sex. If she doesn't enjoy it, she will always be dry. Every time her husband enters her, it will pain and pepper her. Do you want to subject that woman, that married woman, to such a horrendous trauma all the days of their marital life? Because you say that sex toys is bad, it's unchristian, it's ungodly. What is ungodly about it? It is a product like any other product. Every product in the world can be used for what is good or bad, including dynamite. For your information, the person that first produced explosive and dynamite did not produce it to be killing each other the way you are using it now. Bomb was not produced. Bomb was not created by the producer then to be used for war. The person that discovered the science and created the first explosive in the world designed it to be blasting rocks. The man realized that the earlier slaves that were used to be mining, they normally die of tuberculosis because as they are mining the rock, the dust of the rock enters the nose of a lot of them, goes into their lungs, they fall sick and they die. So the man was telling himself that, how can I help these people? So he discovered the technology of explosive and created it so that rather than using pickaxes to be breaking the rock and inhaling dust, they blow it once and for all, saving the lives of those people. That was what the person that invented, you understand, that invented explosive did it for. But it was hijacked by human nature. We turned it into instruments of war and started killing each other with it. The man that invented the explosive died miserably on his deathbed when he saw what his invention was used for eventually. You understand? So that's the point when we're talking about sex toys. Because some people use it wrongly does not mean it is bad. So for ladies that are fully circumcised like that, their husband cannot make love to them normally and they will enjoy it. If they don't enjoy it, they will be having pains. Why do you want them to continue to have pains for life and destroy their marriage? Such a husband should go and buy a G-spot stimulator. It is shaped like a penis. Most of them are made with rubber or silicone. Are you getting me? I'm coming to your question, no, but Folani, I'm coming. You get it? So what he will just do is, when he wants to make love to his wife, he will lubricate it, insert it into the vagina, put it on if it has vibrator. As the thing is beating against her G-spot, he will be making love to her body. She is going to enjoy that sex more than myself and Sister Shokwe that are not circumcised. Are you getting me? We'll be enjoying it more. And when they are done, he removes it. She has enjoyed herself. He has given her a powerful orgasm. Remember, they are still the two using it for each other. One person is not using it alone. They are just using it to enhance their lovemaking. You understand? He removes it. And then he enters. And he does his own. And he too takes his pleasure. Two bag four. They've enjoyed themselves. And then you say sex toys is a sin, it is wrong. What about couples like that? Do you know how many circumcised women that I meet in a year? That's the issue. Our pastors don't know them. Our pastors don't meet them. How many women we go to the pastor and say, sir, I am circumcised? Even when we do premarital counseling for them, in most churches, we don't ask them this question. For example, if you do premarital counseling with me and we get to sex dynamics, one of the questions I'm going to ask that lady is that, are you circumcised? If you say you don't know, I will teach you how to discover. You will go and check for me and let me know. Or you go and ask your mother or your parents if they are still alive. We must discover before that marriage whether you are circumcised or not. I'm going to ask the guy, do you have premature ejaculation? Do you masturbate? Even when he says no, my next question is that, do you regularly masturbate? If he regularly masturbates, me, I know he has already developed premature ejaculation. Because one of the classical causes of premature ejaculation is constant masturbation. What masturbation does for guys is that it classically conditions their mind that within a short period of exposure to sex, they should ejaculate. So when he now marries and he needs to stay long, that is the reason why, let me chip it in here, it is not true that men are naturally designed not to spend more than 1 minute or 2 minutes. It's a lie. Our pastors need to call counselors together so we can talk to them. It's not true. It's not true. Are you following me? There are men who can last 5 minutes. Yes. There are men who can continue to thrust until their wives say, "Otito, boss, don't use the lubrication and boost my bum now." There are men who will only ejaculate when they are ready to ejaculate. We call it staying power. Guess what? It can be developed. I can teach you as a man how to stay long before ejaculating. I have told all of you, our strongest sexual organ is not our genitals, it's the mind. It's the mind. So saying that men are not designed to last more than 2-3 minutes, it's not true. We are not telling them the truth. If they come for lesson and teaching, I will teach them how to last for 5 minutes. Yes, based on even different position. 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes. that he will only release when he is ready to release. You can learn it. That's also how to cure premature ejaculation. So it's not true. We need to teach our people the right thing before marriage, and we need to seek information and knowledge about it. Are you understanding me? So that is a case whereby sex toys is important for such women. They will not come and they come and tell you, pastor, you don't even know. And I'm telling you, they're in your churches. So they are in your churches. Plenty of them are in your churches. At least in a year, the minimum number of circumcised women that I handle in a year is not less than 5, 6, 7, thereabouts. And you will meet them even presently now. We have them among the 30-year-old ladies. You think that you meet them among the 40, and no, you think you meet them among my age mates. No, we are seeing them among 30, 32 now. Do you get it? You will now leave them to go to marry like that. The man will not understand the reason why whatever he does is why we never enjoy sex. And she's always complaining of pain. After a while, she will now start avoiding him and be saying no. That will now cause problem in their marriage because you have told them sex toy is wrong. Find out, in such a case, the woman needs sex toys. Also, let me give you another example. I hope you know that when a man reaches certain age, when a man gets to his early 50s, it's because some pastors too don't stay long. So because they don't want to face the reality that I can't stay long. So we build an acceptable principle around it. That's the way it's supposed to be. Plenty of the guys in your church can stay 5 minutes more than that. They are just looking at you as you are talking. You understand? Now, like I was saying, we have when a man reaches 50s, middle 50s, going towards late 50s. Are you following me? Men too enter what we call andropause. We used to make a lot of noise about women. The thing is just that men don't talk. They feel embarrassed by something, so they will never talk. But you know, we women, our own, we will carry it for head. Everybody will know, because people need to know how much we suffer as women. We are suffering. So people must know how much we suffer. Their knowledge of our suffering is what will make them to finally value us and respect us, even though it's not true. But let me leave that one for another day. But what I'm saying is that men have their own menopause. It is called andropause. It only starts late, in their middle 50s. Now, one of the strongest signs for andropause is erectile dysfunction. The same man who for the last 27, 28 years of marriage has been firing. The thing will be strong and long like this. All of a sudden, he just realized that he cannot attain the erection. And then before he knows what is happening, before he even enters the woman at all, Olympus has fallen. And they will not want to talk out. The woman is surprised that, Daddy, what is going on? Daddy? Daddy is not daddy, you know. What is happening? If they have not prepared their minds before that time, it can cause serious problem. Because probably he is 55. His wife is maybe 47, 46. Sham lady. She is still ready. She's still on the market, really ready. I am 50. I'll be 50 in March. Do I look like a woman that does not like sex or does not want sex to you? That my husband will now say that the two of us are old, we are not doing it. We are not drinking. What are we not doing? When I just started life, all the children have left the house. Now I can go around the house in my pant and bra or nothing at all. We can do it anywhere in the house. You are not telling me that we are old. We are not old, There's nothing old about you to look now. Do I look old? So, but when men get to certain age, andropause will set in. And one of the first signs of andropause is erectile dysfunction. He will not be able to either sustain the erection, and even after a while, might not even be able to achieve it, depending on how they handle it. There is a particular sex toy that they call penis sleeve. That until there are different ways of handling erectile dysfunction. Sister Shokpe, don't let us fight. Sister Shokpe, Sister Shokpe, don't let us fight. Do we in our 50s still have sex and get honey? I'm a child of God, Joe. The Bible told us of Abraham, who as of then was 90-year-old. It says his natural strength did not abate. Go and read it in Message or other translation. It says he was still sexually strong. Please, we are there. We have not left market at all. God bless you. So now, for such men, and it happens, and he begins to lose erection or is unable to sustain erection, there is a sex toy called penis sleeve that can help him. And it is like a tube, a penile tube. They will put it around the penis. It will grip the penis as if it's the vagina, giving him the sensation as if it's inside. You understand? It has like a ring that will be attached around the scrotum to keep it in place. So it will help him to sustain the erection and still be able to enter his wife, and they will still have a good time and enjoy their sex, pending the time he will naturally overcome that sign of andropause, because there are things to do to overcome it. If you need it, let me know. I will teach you. It's a major part of my course. You understand? It's a major part of my course. You just need to change your diet, do one or two things, and then after a few months, the erection will go back to what it used to be. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Yes. Such men, they need, so that their sex life will not end. It will not just end because a season of life has come and it will now disturb their pleasure. So that's why we say sex toys are sexual enhancer. They are sex enhancer, pleasure enhancer. Do you get it? So because some people are using it for what is bad, as in singles use it, because we did not teach our singles how to control their libido and their sexual tension. They cannot hold body. We have told our boys that men are polygamous in nature. We have told our sons that a man cannot hold his body. His father too could not hold his body. He impregnated thousands of women all over the place, giving them constructs in their mind. So a lot of singles cannot hold their body. So they resort to masturbation or sex toys. Because they are using it the wrong way, doesn't mean it is right. Doesn't mean it is a bad thing, I mean. Because singles too are having sex. Does that mean sex is bad? No. And also because we have some sex toys that are created, you understand, and are used for bad things. Things like, Anna toys and stuff like that. Does not mean that it is bad. They decide to use it for what is bad. There is knife in your kitchen and in my kitchen. No be so? Yeah. Some of us have sniper in our houses. We use it to fleet the compound and all those insects, and they die. So because somebody now took sniper and drank it, does that mean that sniper is a bad thing? There are people who commit suicide by taking overdose of drugs. Does it mean that drug is bad? No, the person used it wrongly. We need to stop all this generalization we do as Christians, please. Are you getting me? Now, finally, it is also possible for a husband and wife to just decide to use a sex toy to spice up their sexual life. For example, I normally I'll tell you that oral sex is like pizza. You don't have to do it every time. But once in a while, you just want to do something new. Sister Tolu, thank you for coming. I'm so happy to have you with me. Thank you. You get it? It could be when you do oral sex, it doesn't have to be every time. It could just be to spice up. Why do we introduce sex styles? It's not to spice up. We know the regular, usual style is missionary. But we introduce other styles to spice up. Do you get it? Also, husband and wife can decide to use one or two of the, look at vibrator. The vibrator, you get it? I hope you know that vibrator is a sex toy designed to be used to create sexual stimulations in the body. It's often used against the clitoris. So for example, a husband may just decide that, oh, On my wife's birthday, what can I do for this babe? Oh, to just scatter her head small. Then he got a nice vibrator. You understand? And then rather than use the hand, which cannot vibrate, he was making love to her, and he was using the vibrator to stimulate her clitoris. She is going to have terrible pleasure. They are using it for each other. It is together. It is together. They are enhancing their sex life. It doesn't have to be every time. It could be once in a while. Do you get it? What is bad in that? For example, women like me, who are fully menopausal women, one of the sex toys, you may not call it a sex toy, but it's a sex toy because it's a sex enhancer, that is permanently in my bedroom, is, what do we call it? Artificial lubricant. There's always a tube of Kiss in my room. Why? I'm a fully menopausal woman, so I'm always dry. It's one of the signs of menopause for a lot of women. No matter how much my husband makes love to me, I will enjoy myself, go to enter heaven and come back. I will still be dry. So if he still tries to enter me like that, I will feel pain because I'm dry. Not because I did not enjoy the sex, but I'm dry. So what do we have to do? We use the lubricant to enhance, so that when he enters, it will be wet, I will not be dry, and I will not feel any pain. He too can stay as long as he wants to stay, without the fear of, oh, he's paining her, let me quickly do and come out. That is it. So before you tell people, sex toy is bad, it's created by the devil, it will destroy, it's not true. There are certain situations and circumstances that makes it important, usable, and useful for Christian married couples. And I've given you some of them. So when we are saying something like, hey, the reason why sex is wrong is that, you know, when you have been using it, you now have an idea. So when you now get married, yes, but that is for singles. And it is not about sex toys. Yes, because when singles are using sex toys, and we say because they use sex toys, and so that sex toys has given them, yes, it's a mind thing, has given them a particular ideology about sex. When they now marry, and their husband is unable to meet up with that, it gives them problem in marriage. Yes, but that is because the singles use the sex toys wrongly. You know that sex toys is wrong in a Christian marriage. And even those singles that does not use sex toys, there are singles that have had multiple sexual partners, and they have had regular sex with certain kind of guys or ladies that has also conditioned their mind. When they didn't use sex toys, they just slept with professionals. We are better than each other in bed, though. Don't deceive yourself. You are better than each other in bed. That's just the truth. So some singles have slept with such people, and it has also given their mind a conditioning. When they enter marriage too, if the person they marry is not that good, what will happen? They also complain. But the experience that disillusioned their mind was gotten from sex before marriage. Should we now say again that sex too is wrong? For those who got that experience through sex toys, it is the experiences that is wrong. The sex toys is not wrong as an entity in itself. You get the point I'm making? That is it. So let's balance these things. Thank you, Sister Jonla. Thank you, ma. God bless you, ma. Let's balance these things so that when our people come to us with their marital or sexual issues, we will know what to tell them. We will know what to prescribe. You must first listen, analyze. That's the work of we counselors. Listen, analyze, find out information, what's going on. Why are you having this issue? Is it because you are separated? The real solution is not to be pleasuring each other, pleasuring yourself by yourself. The real solution is come back together. Call the husband, come home. Yes, take time off. Come and spend 1 month at home. That 1 month, do very well. Make up. Go back to where you are coming from. Yes, or come home finally. Because you must place premium on your marriage above all those other things. That's the solution. Not that they should be pleasuring each other. So I agree, but I explained that one from the beginning. But that sex toys is wrong in Christian marriages, or it's a sin? No, it's not. there are situations and circumstances whereby sex toys is very much needed. And like I said, once you are neat, you are hygienic, you are not dirty, under normal circumstances, when you buy those sex toys, you will see they have a producer's manual. You will see there how they should be used. Not only that, you also see it there how they should be cared for. You don't throw sex toys anyhow, just like you're not supposed to be throwing your panties anyhow, anywhere. There's a way in fact, some of them come with cleaning agents for them that is designed to clean them. You get it? And under normal circumstances, should you be sharing sex toys that you and your spouse is using with another person, if not that your brain went on break? Do you share your pants? So it's supposed to be for the two of you. You're supposed to keep it clean. But you're not even supposed to use it until you have cleaned it again. And after use, you clean and you return back to there are designed cases where you keep them. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So please, let us understand these things. I hope I've been able to provide a balanced ideology and teaching about this, so that we will stop making couples to suffer unnecessarily when the solution is there. Do you get it? Thank you for listening to me. Very soon I am coming back to talk about the issue of men believing that it is only through money that they can be leaders. I will tell you where it started from. It's also the fault of we pastors too, and the fault of the church, and also the fault of tradition. I will tell you how that thing started. How men were given the idea that without money they are worthless. Where it started from. How men lost true leadership and then started focusing on money. It is also caused by we women too. I'll talk about it and things like that. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for giving me your time. You know I love you all. Bye-bye.